is Cheryl, and tonight I will be discussing religious position on domestic policy. The United States is a democratic nation. It also has a high religious population. According to CIA statistics, over 85% of the population is Christian. So why is it when religion is mentioned with domestic policy, there are problems? Many have forgotten biblical laws put forth thousands of years ago that shaped our current laws and contained advanced understanding that literally saves millions of people from disease and ailments. Modern science has validated many of the laws given to the ancient Israelites that were vital to their survival. But what about the things we do not understand yet? We have not reached the limit of learning everything around us. And with Bible laws and principles that can cover nearly every issue, it should not be difficult to decide public domestic policy. Today I will be advocating why religious position on domestic policies in political discussions and persuasions is justified. Our founding fathers broke away from the English rule in 1776 and drafted the Declaration of Independence. God is mentioned specifically in the Declaration of Independence. The roots were religious, and it has shaped the most powerful and influential nation in mankind's history. The Declaration of Independence states, "The laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, and all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator." This clearly shows their belief in God and a higher power, but there is a statement at the very end of the Declaration of Independence that deserves additional attention. With a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence. Divine providence means spiritual guidance or care. The founding fathers did not want to exclude God or religion from the decisions that shape our country. So when did it change? The very first amendment to the Constitution of the United States says, "Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof." The government cannot mandate a religion or hold people back from practicing. With a democratic nation containing over 85% of the population as Christians, the U.S. should be within its constitutional right to include biblical viewpoints to determine public policy. One might ask about the phrase, separation between church and state. President Jefferson was writing a letter explaining the First Amendment of the Constitution. He added insight by involving separation between church and state. This is not in the U.S. Constitution or any of the amendments. So what constitutes or qualifies the Bible as a divine book and not just a book made up of history? The account of the guidance given to the Israelites will answer the question. Laws were given to the Israelites they had to obey or face punishment. The reasons for these laws were not understood but followed. The Israelites were instructed to wash themselves and their clothes in running water if they had a bodily discharge, if they came in contact with another person's discharge, or if they had touched a dead human or animal carcass. They were also instructed to wash any uncovered vessels that were in the vicinity of a dead body. Items recovered during the war were also to be purified through either fire or running water. In addition, the Israelites were instructed to bury their human waste outside of camp and to burn the waste of their animals. For centuries, doctors denied the possibility that disease could be transmitted by invisible agents. However, in the late 19th century, Louis Pasteur demonstrated in his germ theory of disease that most infectious diseases were caused by microorganisms originating from outside of the body. This new understanding of germs and their means of transmission led to improved sanitary standards and resulted in an enormous drop in the mortality rate. Yet these core principles of sanitation were being practiced by the Israelites thousands of years earlier. There were no microscopes or studies of germs, viruses, or bacteria. The only thing available to the Israelites were the rules of the Bible, without an explanation of why. The divine knowledge of the Bible saved many of them from preventable illnesses, which many times led to death. The Bible even said the earth was round before Christopher Columbus. The Bible has referred to the earth as a circle suspended over nothing. The Bible states, He sits enthroned above the circle of the earth. He spreads out the northern skies over empty space. He suspends the earth over nothing. The Bible spoke of things over 1,000 years before man made groundbreaking discoveries. The validity of the Bible cannot be challenged, and the lessons for morality and policy based on Bible viewpoints alone should be considered. If the ancient Israelites did not listen to the biblical laws, perhaps millions would have died to preventable infections and disease. The Bible gave guidance in the form of laws and did not give specific explanations for why. The Bible laws have not changed, and laws are given in a clear manner without explicit explanations as to why. As of now, it is impossible to foresee the short and long-term effects of deviating from the Bible's laws. Hypothetically speaking, if the vast majority of people follow biblical laws like do not overindulge in alcohol, do not be greedy, do not fornicate, and do not be gluttonous, many of the problems we have today would not exist. But because these things are not illegal, they happen and many times have illegal consequences and residual negative effects. Is the Bible an expert in human psychology and patterns? Maybe. Is the Bible wrong on the law and guidance for its followers? No. In conclusion, today I've explained the reasons why advocating religious positions on domestic policies and political discussions and persuasions is justified. With our modern understanding of science and physics, we would have strongly encouraged the biblical laws of times past. Maybe someday, thousands of years from now, people may look at our society with shame for not adhering to the guidance readily available to all. Thank you.